Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho. Today I'd like to go back to the grub truck and Jovito. Jovito was at the grub truck that night with Hayden, the guy with the long hair. I believe Molly Gray had the purple hoodie on, and there were many others. The girl with the white jacket who came with Hayden. Jovito made a couple of clips on TikTok to explain himself because he believed people were just making up stuff. This is under fair use purpose from a great creator, Ikemel. He's excellent in everything he does with all these cases and body cams. So let's listen to what Jovito has to say.
Investigation for those girls that were killed, and to start off, like the very next day when they had announced the murders and when they had shown the photos, as soon as I saw the photos, I messaged the two people that were in that video that I was talking to, my neighbor and then another guy that we had met earlier that night who I thought was really cool. And we invited him to come with us to grab us.
He's talking about Hayden, the guy with the ochre yellow jumper and the long hair and beard, and the girl with the white jacket, who Hayden was hugging and she was jumping all over him.
Us to grab us. I was like, hey, weren't two of these girls at the grub bus with us last night? And they couldn't remember, but they were also very drunk, and I was not. So I did have, there's a drink called a Larry Craig.
And this is the same thing that when we read that article, he had stated himself that they were like very drunk. Two girls, Kaylee and Madison.
That's like a really popular drink over here. I did have one of those at Corner Club, but other than that, I was totally sober. When
so he said he had one drink, I guess, and that's it. So other than that, he was totally sober. Okay.
They confirmed that those were the girls. The only reason I knew that it was those girls was because I saw the video that said, oh, they were seen at this thing. Because I actually called the police right away and was like, hey, I think I might have information. I just need to know, like, what was one of the girls wearing, because I remember one of them had, like, pink, because the one that bumped into me at Corner Club was wearing pink. But nobody called me back from the police, and I was like, okay, they're probably just swamped with information, probably whatever. But then when the
video of the confrontation between two of the University of Idaho murder victims and another student at a food truck. The time, 1:30 a.m., just hours before the murders. Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan stopped for mac and cheese after partying at a nearby bar.
Everybody seemed like in good spirits, nothing seemed off. And then they start interacting with a couple other people. They're waiting for their food.
Now look at this. Video shows Madison pointing at a man in a hoodie who appeared to have followed them to the truck. We had the video and audio from the clip enhanced, and you can hear her using an expletive. Blank you, mister, she says. Police have already announced they have cleared the young man in the hoodie. Audio engineer Anthony Nelson enhanced the audio for Inside Edition. What do you hear in that instant?
She says, you.
So, was there an argument? If so, what was it about? Kaylee's parents say in their opinion, some of the individuals have been cleared too prematurely. Nancy Grace, host of Crime Stories, says the victims' families are being mishandled.
No. Here's Mountain Dew and order 80. Thank you very much.
Hello. I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
On my app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Dawn's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
Maybe I didn't have a food.
This is all my thoughts, my speculations, or my opinions. As soon as Maddie passes by Hayden, the guy who's talking on his Apple Watch, and she gave a hug to number 9, she told him something in his ear, and then she comes back and I believe allegedly put something in her mouth. Pay attention to the signals going on here. And you see the guy taking pictures or recording Kaylee behind with the girl. Everyone is on some kind of lookout, in my opinion. You have the Sigma Chief fraternity boys near their glass window of the shop. Then you have the guy with the black tracksuit, who everyone seems to be looking at. Looks like he and Jack Showalter text each other.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Dawn's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
Maybe I didn't have a food.
It's right here.
And then what was the next?
Don't forget to move this.
The carbonara.
The carbonara back.
You can see Jack Showalter
And then click
and the guy in the black tracksuit
And it looks like you knocked
on
my
their
number.
phones.
Oh, that's
I believe they're texting each other.
$10.
What is Jovito doing?
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Where's my pen? How are you guys doing? How are you? I'm doing fantastic.
So Jovito seems to know the fraternity
Just 2 thumbs
boys.
Definitely.
Pork tacos.
Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like? Just come with one. It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I normally eat 2, 3 is a lot for me.
So one would be fine if I was getting pasta or
Yeah, that's gonna be almost 2 pounds of
I
food.
better get 2.
Okay, you got it.
I got
2 pork tacos? Done. 1 5 cheese, 1 basil pesto, 2 pork tacos, $24.50 for you.
Number 9 is calling Peyton. You see Peyton comes to Kaylee. She's distracting Kaylee
79.
while number 9
I'm gonna do this. If we decide since we list
So people have fallen. People have fallen over reduced read. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch stream. Okay.
Look at Maddie to the left and number 9 and pay attention to everyone else. His face expression. Something is definitely going on. Is that the reason Maddie couldn't fight for herself? Is Bethany Funk lying? Maddie didn't look like she was in a state to walk Murphy. Jovito said that he doesn't know the guy with the sleeveless t-shirt and the fraternity boys. Find it strange. Just like Hunter and Jack Showalter said they don't know Kaylee. What is going on here?
Police right away and was like, hey, I think I might have information. I just need to know like what was one of the girls wearing, because I remember one of them had like pink, because the one that bumped into me at Corner Club was wearing pink. But nobody called me back from the police, and I was like, okay, they're probably just swamped with information, probably whatever. But then when the video came out and people were like, no, those were the girls, and those two people were like, dude, those were the girls, I was like, okay, I'm going to physically go to the police station and talk to the police. I told the police everything I saw, which is different than what I think is going out there right now. And I was just waiting for food. I'm just like everybody else in town that waits for food at the grub bus. It does take a while. Everybody goes there. And so that was kind of the thing. It was like, no, if you're ending the night, you end it at grub bus. But other than that, I don't really have any like crazy information. I don't know why everybody's reaching out to me. I don't know why so many people are trying to spin things around. And so what I've decided to do is that I'm only commenting on things that are like ridiculous, so try and give clarity. But man, people are really turning this into something it's not. Sorry, I had to do this in two parts because there's a lot. And I'm also shivering. It's cold and I'm in my truck. Yeah. So I want
It's good to give the context. Who knows what these people would have said? Oh, he's on something. He's on substances. Blah blah blah.
to address a few things specifically. One being the news article that came out. It was the first person that I actually like talked to with the news media. A lot of media outlets have reached out to me, and I've just ignored them because I just was like, man, I just was waiting for food. Like, I have nothing to add. I've given all the helpful information I can to the police. It would make zero sense for me to give any more information to random people. But these rumors that are going around were just like crazy, and I didn't have a bad vibe from the guy that people were dragging through the mud. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
he's talking about the white hoodie guy that he was standing next to, the Jack S guy.
I could speak to the vibe I got from him, which was all people really wanted to know at first anyways, and I thought he was fine. Now, the news outlet that I talked to, I mean, he really embellished some stuff I said and added his own words to things and kind of changed the verbiage. I wasn't defending anybody. That's one thing he said. I wasn't defending him. I was just saying people need to stop spreading rumors because that could ruin his life. What if he's innocent? It would ruin his life. Him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him until I cracked the joke to the frat guys because I thought it was ridiculous that it was like freezing outside and that guy was in a tank top. So
that's a good clarification. The article did say that, but it was very unclear. People were wondering, did he come with those girls? Did he not? Because they had come or walked in the area at the same time. But at least to his perspective, I should say it this way, he didn't personally see them come in together, I guess.
They did not come together, obviously not. We saw Maddie, Katie, and Jack Showalter walking on Main Street to the grub truck. Showalter came with Hayden, the guy with the long hair, and the girl with the white jacket. It's interesting that he said that he was at the corner club. I remember he even speaks about Maddie and Kaylee being very intoxicated, glass-eyed and such things was what he was using. And I think it was terrible language. He needs to be mindful. The girls were just unalived. And this was the next day he was giving the interview. Where's the respect? So it seems like Jovito was paying attention to Kaylee and Maddie at the grub truck. Maddie bumped into him, he said. That's how he remembers that she was intoxicated. It's strange that many people, like Jovito, Eric Garber, the driver, have all said they tried to contact the police and it was difficult. So the police wasn't going around searching for the important people to get the right information early from. Quite strange.
Because that's how I make friends. I don't know. But that's when the guy chimed in and I noticed him. I didn't notice him until that moment. When I was at Corner Club, when I said ew, some people were like, "Why? That's such a weird thing to say. Why would I?" That's what you say when you're standing talking to friends and somebody really drunk, like they smell drunk, they're like bouncing around. And they
even smelled.
Like they smell drunk, they're like bouncing around. And they
even smelled drunk. Wow. I think it's up to, that's subjective what people would say. I had thought the eel thing was weird myself too, but I mean, now he's actually giving context, and this is what I said too last night about the neighbor. When you're talking to these news outlets, I know regular people that aren't in media aren't going to know how to do that, but a lot of the times they're going to clip things, they're going to take these small little snippets, and nobody's going to know really any kind of context. Either post your own thing or record yourself in case you need to, back yourself up, whether, just publicly or even legally.
They bump into you and like rub up against you. Like that's it's gross. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but she was really, I mean, you can even see in the Grub Buzz video, she walked between us several times and just couldn't even walk straight. That girl was very drunk. She's actually the only one that I thought was really drunk. And she was the only one I noticed at Corner Club because she had bumped into me. Another thing that was weird is that the guy who was interviewing me from the Daily Mail or whatever it was, he said glass-eyed, and I was like, sure, yeah, like that. I didn't actually even use that word. That was his word. And then as far as the car...
But at this point, it's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be really careful because, they'll feed you things or whatever, or maybe he was just really innocently asking the reporter. He just said, yeah, whatever. But the point of it, he's just saying that she was drunk.
Car goes, yeah, there was a car that pulled up. I couldn't remember what it was. I couldn't remember if it was black, blue, gray. I couldn't remember. I just remember there was a car pulled up. Ooh, it was so cold. So I didn't know what color the car was. It was dark. And I just felt like when I told the guy, I said it was a dark car, I couldn't remember what color it was. And I think when I was at the police station, I couldn't remember what color it was. They asked me to. And, but the Daily Mail guy was like, no, you need to, like, was it blue? Was it black? I was like, I can't remember if it was blue or black. I can't remember. He's like, well, we'll just say dark colored car. And I was like, okay. I was like, I think it was a 4-door sedan, but this guy got out and was like, hey, let's go. What's going on? Because the girls were making videos and laughing, and they were trying to grab all the food. Every time food was coming out from the grub bus, they were just trying to grab it. And they thought it was funny. And it was a little funny, but they grabbed all the food that was coming out. And I said, did you just give them food? Because he just said, here you go, like that, and gave them food, and then they ran off. I actually told the grub bus, I was like, that was really nice of you. He's like, yeah, they just need to, they need to get home. And I was like, yeah.
That is nonsense, Jovito. We all clearly saw that Kaylee paid for the food from her debit card. Costed around $9 or $7. They didn't get anything for free. And yes, Maddie was joking at times and putting a hand inside the window of the grub truck. But that was about it. It wasn't 24/7 that they're trying to grab food. In fact, you had your eye on them at the corner club and at the grub truck. What was up? You're talking on your Apple Watch? You said you don't know Jack Showalter? But you seem to be talking and They were giving each other hands and laughing and all. Even the Sigma Chi fraternity boys and the frat boys at the grub truck. Rumors were going on in the beginning that you had a fight club. Is that true? I've heard that Jovito is a career coach at University of Moscow, Idaho. I don't know if that is true. But he said that the car that came and picked them up was either black or dark color or blue. He wasn't sure. And he believes Showalter was innocent, although he doesn't know him. But yet again, he says he could have done it. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I don't remember all that. Like, I mean, I don't have no reason not to believe the guy. I'd have to look at the video again. I wasn't looking for them to, if they were doing those kind of things. And I don't know if he's going to address, and it seems like maybe he is now, I guess, the whole thing where that article said that he said that they didn't pay supposedly for their food. And it seems here like he's implying that he spoke to the guy at the grub bus and that they just needed to get home. That's why he said he was really nice, I guess.
And then, honestly, as soon as they called my number, I told the guy, I said, they're leaving, bro. And then, because they called my number, all I could think about was pasta. I couldn't think about...
He's talking about his food order number, I guess.
Oh, anything else other than just eating macaroni and cheese. And that was it. I didn't give any other thoughts. I didn't think anything else about it. Yeah. Some people have said that, like... I've seen some people say, like, oh, I think it's suspicious how much Joe remembers. I'm an adult. Like, as soon as I realized that those were the girls that we saw there, I tried my best to remember everything and recount it from that night because I knew that it would help in the investigation. Some people said, oh, Joe might have been the suspect. Dude, I have cameras in my house. I literally have the time I walked in my house. The girls were still alive.
This whole sentence he just said was weird. Was off key. What do you mean, Jovito? If you have cameras in your house and you said that the girls were still alive, how would you know when they were unalived? Because people didn't find it out till the next day. I found that to be always a red flag, in my opinion. Let me know what you'll think about Jovito statements. Have a lovely weekend.
Got it. I think you said a Mountain Dew?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Big rear of chicken and a Mountain Dew. We're going to do $11. Here's Mountain Dew and order 80. Thank you very much.
Hello. I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
2 chicken burritos with extra $19 for it.
I know I have a $6 waiting for me. I would like to use it.
Okay, awesome.
We're Peyton on the right here. She comes to distract Kaylee when number 9 is talking to Kaylee. So I think she had beef with Kaylee too. She's one of the sorority sisters. And then you have Molly Gray with that blue or purple hoodie. She comes a bit later on. So you have 2 of the sorority sisters there. So this group is important. And this is the group that Kaylee takes a picture of with the phone device. In the blue you have Molly Gray, the girl with the black long hair, next to the guy with the Lakers or the Chicago Bull jersey. That's Liz Katovich, Jack Katovich's sister. The tall guy is from Sigma Chi fraternity. You have Hayden here, and you have the Sigma Chi fraternity boys behind. So you have a bunch of sorority girls and Sigma Chi fraternity boys. And I believe they all are here for Kaylee and Maddie, just in my opinion. You see, Kaylee is not taking a picture of Jack Showalter only. She's taking a picture of the whole group behind her. And the girl right behind there is Molly. So you have a sorority sister there. And you have Peyton around. Let me know what y'all think, guys. But I think all the enemies and so-called friends were waiting for Kaylee and Maddie at the grub truck. But the timeline is right. Maddie and Kaylee get home at 1:56. So the Twitch grub truck video is right, and the Banfield is right. So that's all my subscribers who ask me what I think about the timelines. The police cannot forge your timelines. That's a Brady Gigolo. Immediately. Internal affairs would interfere. They all would be arrested. So you can't change police body cams like Banfield, in my opinion. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a lovely weekend.